It's fix number 48, and the first devblog of the new Battle Pass season have been announced. But first, let's talk about the Olyst Cup. Good morning, I'm Old Dead Man, your host, running out the door on my way to work, but I got a few news items this morning that I wanted to share with you. So let's jump right in. The Olyst Cup is back with a bigger prize pool. I'll just link to the website in the description for it, but what you're probably more interested in is the Twitch drops. If you watch select Twitch streams, the esports ready streams in different languages, you'll be eligible to win some decorators, or you might even be able to win a premium pack from the daily quiz. Details in the link, of course. I just want to point out that the cute one that they're talking about is this decorator, the basket with baguettes. So, other than that, the prizes don't seem to be extremely exciting, unless, of course, you win the daily quiz and get yourself a premium vehicle. So check out the details if you're interested in either entering the Olyst Cup or if you are looking to get those Twitch drops. Link in the description. Let's move on to its fix number 48. There have been some interesting changes in this one. Several modifications on naval vessels weren't actually providing their benefits in arcade battles, such as dry docking, the rubber replacement, and the propeller replacement, and engine maintenance. Now you're going to be floating a little bit longer in those arcade naval battles. Several bugs with the constantly computed release point ballistic calculator have been fixed, including being activated inadvertently by launching a missile or being unable to be turned off if you locked onto an air target. After the latest update, some landscape rendering was coming in as black surfaces when you were using lower resolutions. That's been fixed too. And the optics for some Chinese tanks have been improved. The ZTZ 96A, 96AP, the 99-2, and the 99-3 received their correct optics from a fixed 8x zoom to a variable 6 to 11. Can't do 11 with these fingers, but you get the idea. There's some items that didn't get into the main dev blog, just the patch notes, and the ones I noticed as being most likely to be relevant. The battle rating of the Magok 6A has been reduced from 8.0 to 7.7. The Puma's whole ammo racks no longer empty just because the turret ammo was destroyed. The LAV-AD 25mm gun fire rate went from 2,200 rounds per minute down to a slightly more manageable 1,800. The 82 Sky Raider was unable to fire individual rockets while using the HVAR and Tiny Tim loadout. That's been fixed. All versions of the F-104 have had their flight model updated, specifically with controllability while using their flaps. And the invisible obstacle, quote, quote, under the bridge in the Down the River mission has been fixed. So that's some good patches. Link in the description below again if you want to check them all out. The rest of them are mostly like fixed animations and, other things like that. But there's some other interesting ones you might be specifically wanting to take a look at. And lastly, in keeping with the, shall we say, tradition of dev blogs for the Battle Pass season, we're starting off with the boat. And, give me a moment here. We'll quickly go over what the HMS Cadiz is, and then you can decide what you want to, if you want to pursue this one in specific, out of the Battle Pass season. The HMS Cadiz was a battle class destroyer built by the Royal Navy. I'm pretty sure there's already battle class destroyers in the game, so it should be pretty familiar. She was launched in September 1944 and commissioned in April 1946, which, of course, means it missed the end of World War II. But it did participate in several port visits. The Cadiz took part in the 1953 Coronation Review that celebrated the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Of course, we can't let something nice happen without something bad happening, and right after that, the Cadiz was placed in reserve. That's not the end of the ship's service, though. It was sold to Pakistan and renamed the PNS Khyber in 1956. This ship wasn't that lucky, though. It did serve another decade and about 15 years. But it was lost during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1971 as part of the Indian Navy's attack on Karachi, with most hands being lost. The HMS Cadiz was typical of the battle class destroyer at 379 feet long, 40 feet abeam, 15-foot draft, and weighed in at 2,315 tons standard displacement. Her 2 steam turbines and boilers produced 50,000 shaft horsepower. that drove the ship to a 34-knot top speed. She was armed with two 4.5-inch main guns, 14 Bofors guns, 40 millimeters, 10 21-inch torpedo tubes, and one squid mortar. She was crewed by 268 men. In War Thunder, the HMS Cadiz will be joining the British Rank 3 Premium Destroyer Tree as one of the prizes for the upcoming Battle Pass season. Now, I realize that a naval vessel is not an exciting start for the Battle Pass season for many people, but it is a pretty good little ship, and it will be premium. And if you're doing the Battle Pass anyway, you'll get it pretty much for free as part of your grind to get to other prizes. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, the links are in the description below. You have a great rest of your day, and hey, we'll see you in War Thunder.